Hey Paul, it's Ashley here at Fire Intuition. I want to say thanks for booking another personal reading with me. You are doing the Removing Blocks to Love plus the Whispers of Love Oracle. Also, I want to say happy birthday. I know I'm late, but I see down here an additional, you put today as my birthday. So happy birthday to you. Like I said, I know I'm late, but I'm sending love to you. I love you. XOXO. I don't know why I thought you were a Leo, honestly. I forgot why. I don't know why I thought you were a Leo, but I thought you were. So let's go ahead and do this blockage reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at where you're blocked at in the mind, but kind of like where you're blocked at far as your point of pride, and then blocked in the body, where you're blocked at home, where you're blocked at in your relationships, and then your career. And it'll pretty much tell me where you're blocked and why you aren't opening yourself up to love. Okay, because our home, our work, and our self, just in general, like our mind and our body, can block love from coming in. So let's go ahead and see what we got for you. Alright, Spirit Universe, can I please get some blockage cards for Paul, Gemini? Where is Paul, Gemini, blocked at in the mind, in the body, at home, relationships, and within his career? Alrighty, so let's see what we got. Spirit Universe, can I please get some blockage cards for Paul, Gemini? Where's Paul, Gemini, blocked at in the mind or with pride? We have purpose, okay? So you're blocked in your mind with purpose. Alright. Spirit Universe, where is Paul, Gemini, blocked at in the body? Where's Paul, Gemini, blocked at in the body? We have blame. So you're blocked with blame in the body. Alright, Spirit Universe, where is Paul, blocked at in the home? Spirit Universe, where is Paul, Gemini, blocked at in the home? With surrender. Alright, so you're blocked in the home with surrender. Spirit Universe, where is Paul, Gemini, blocked at? Or where is he blocked at in relationships? Where is Paul, Gemini, blocked at when it comes to relationships? Self-esteem. So you're blocked with self-esteem in relationships. Alrighty, and then let's see where you are blocked at in your career. Two came over. I just want one card. Spirit Universe, please give me one card for Paul, Gemini. Where's Paul, Gemini, blocked at? Okay, and then you're blocked with doubt in your career. Okay. Alright, and I just want to pull another clarifier for where you're blocked at in the mind. With this purpose card. Alright, Spirit Universe, please give me one more blockage card. Alright, so we have, okay, that makes sense. So you're blocked in your mind with purpose and forgiveness. Okay, so that tells me a lot right there. I just feel like when it comes to your mind and things that you want to do with the purpose card, it's like you know what you want to do. You know what your purpose is. You kind of know what your mission is, you know, when it comes to certain things. But with the forgiveness card, I just feel like you have some issues going on in the mind where you need to forgive certain people, certain things, situations, maybe holding on to grudges, maybe holding on to resentment, and that also is blocking the flow of love, which makes sense because with you being a Leo rising, Leo, people tend to hold grudges. I'm a Leo, so I know how we can be, and I have a Taurus moon, and I'm Scorpio rising, so I'm fixed all through my sign. I don't like changes. I don't like to adapt to anything. I like to be stubborn sometimes. You know, I just know how I am. So the overall energy you have is adversity. Okay, for the overall energy. And it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So you're blocked by not accepting your challenges, not dealing with them, maybe not accepting the challenges that have come to you. Or this is telling me that the challenges that you have experienced, instead of you learning from them, you're repeating those those challenges, so steadily putting yourself in that same cycle over and over again, okay, and not learning from them. All right, so with the love card, where you're blocked that with love, you have self-esteem. I always pull a romance angel, but I'm gonna leave it flat down so you can't see it, okay? And we'll pull that after we do that one, okay? Spirit of the universe, please give me a romance angel for Paul, Gemini. Alrighty. I'm going to keep it flat down, but I'm just going to shuffle and try to, you know, pull some energy. I don't know when to stop. It always resonates, so let's see. I'm just going to pull a random one. I'm recording. I'm recording. I'm recording. Sorry, that was my son. Alright, so I'm going to put you on pause real quick because my son needs my attention. Well, he just wants something to drink. He's being spoiled. So I'll be right back, Paul. Alright, Paul, I am back, so I do apologize. Let's do the Whispers of Love oracles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them, and then I will cut the deck, and then I'm going to pull 3, and I'm going to leave them flat down, and then we can go through them at the end and see how they resonate with your reading. So I'm just going to pick any 3 random ones. Alright, that would be our 3 Whispers of Love oracles. They will be right here. Let's shuffle up this deck and let's see what we got for you. Spirit of the universe, can I please get some messages for Paul, Gemini? Where is Paul, Gemini? Block that in the mind, the body, home, love, and career. Messages for Paul, Gemini. Alright, so the first card you have is where you are blocked at in the mind. This is kind of like a pride thing as well. So what we have for you in the mind, we have purpose and we have forgiveness. It says, I know what I am here to do. And then we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So with this being in your mind, you feel like your purpose was to come here to experience love, to know what love is, to be a love, to be fulfilled in love. But with the forgiveness card, I feel like you have an issue with forgiving certain people, certain individuals. Maybe you have problems or issues in love. It could have been friendships, workships, relationships, okay? And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So you're holding on to grudges, maybe holding on to past issues, past pain, things that people have done to you. It's in your mind, and I feel like it's really hard for you to release this energy, even with the purpose card being here. I feel like with the purpose card being crossed with the forgiveness card, you know that you really need to release this energy and let it go. But I feel like it's definitely something that you've been holding on to for a very long time, something that you want to let go of. It could probably be in your subconscious mind. So this could be an issue from like a past life experience, or just things that happened as a child, or just happened a long time ago with the purpose card and forgiveness, okay? So with that, we have the Moon in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the King of Swords. So this is your energy. You came up in your energy, King of Swords, okay? But with the Moon in reverse and the Ten of Wands, the Moon in reverse talks about releasing fears, okay? Being confused in a situation, knowing the truth for what it is, the truth being revealed, but you still not seeing things clearly. Okay, so I feel like you have a problem with forgiving people. It seems like it's kind of like one-sided in your mind. So if you don't see it, it's like you only see your side of things when it comes to issues, okay? And you're blocking yourself in your mind because if you don't agree to that, or if you don't feel like that situation is right, then it's like with the moon card in reverse. Like I said, there's confusion. Okay, even though the truth may be there, you see things differently. So it's kind of like, like I said, this is kind of like a one-sided thing. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands. So, with the Ten of Wands being here, with the moon in reverse, this is kind of like, creating your own burdens. Okay, even after you see the truth, even after you see things clearly or for what it is, I feel like you still take on the burdens. Like you'll start blaming yourself, or you'll just carry the weight of the situation. Okay, maybe doing too much in that situation. And the part that I don't like about it is that this is your energy, the King of Swords, Gemini. So with the King of Swords being here, this is letting me know that you think very clearly before making decisions, okay? You're very smart. You're very much in your power. You know how to find the truth. You know how to seek the truth. You don't let people kind of like walk over you and stuff like that. But in your mind, with you being blocked with forgiveness, I just definitely feel like this is a situation where maybe someone has, you know, took you for granted with the Ten of Wands, okay? Maybe you did find a lot of truth out in situations that maybe have you like in some illusions, okay? Also with the Ten of Wands, I feel like when it comes to being blocked in the mind with forgiveness, it's like you take on too much in relationships. You take on too much responsibility. I feel like you burden yourself out by the illusions of other people, okay? It's like they create this picture of themselves or paint a picture of themselves that is not really there. And it's like you carry that burden with you, okay? And then when it's like all over, done and said, I feel like you have a hard time forgiving them. And you're blocking yourself in the mind with that. Because it's like you're kind of conflicted. Not conflicted like something's wrong with you, but you're just like, I can't believe this person did this to me. This is what they said. This is what I believe. This is what I've seen. But they show you otherwise. So it's like with forgiveness, it's like it's kind of hard for you to forgive situations, okay? But you put yourself there with the Ten of Wands, if I'm making sense. I hope you're understanding me. And then clarifying that, we have the King of Wands, okay? So with the King of Wands, I feel like you are maybe very active in relationships, very honest, very devoted. Okay, you give your all. You're very bold, courageous, passionate, full of love. Okay, you have a lot of chemistry. You want to give a lot of passion to things. And it's like, even though you're this King of Wands energy, it's like they still pull the wool over your eyes. And you're just like, how is that happening when I'm giving everything into the relationship? You're like, I'm giving my all into the situation, but yet I'm carrying the burdens to someone else's illusions. But your purpose is to let go of forgiveness, okay? So if I clarify the purpose card, it says, I know what I'm here to do. Let's just look at that really quick. We have the Eight of Wands, we have the Star card, we have the Ten of Swords. So your purpose is to meet someone that you have chemistry and passion with, okay? The Star card is telling me that you're gonna, this right here is letting me know that you're gonna meet that person that's meant to be in your life. Your twin flame, as you guys call, but I call life partner, okay? Someone that's destined and meant to be in your life. But with the Ten of Swords here, it's time for you to come to terms with your emotions and feelings and let go of the resentment. Let go of the grudges, let go of the pain, find forgiveness in situations. Or if not, you're going to block yourself. You're going to block yourself from this life partnership or the person that's meant to be in your life, because the Emperor would be you offering security and stability, but being firm, being planted in something, okay? This person is on a cement chair. So that's letting me know that once you release this blockage in your mind, then you can have that relationship that you want, okay? Where you're the Emperor, they're the Empress, and you guys are growing this relationship together, star energy, okay? Like I said, the person that's meant to come into your life, all right? Now, Yeah, I just feel like there's some things that you need to wrap up emotionally, but you're at the Ten of Swords, so I feel like it's coming to a completion. Okay, now where you're blocked at in the body, we have blame. Okay, so this shows where potential trauma has created a barrier for you in love. And we have the blame card here. Okay, so it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So I feel like when it comes to love, you're blocked with blame, okay, for not being accountable for your actions, okay, for not seeing when you're wrong in a situation or when you're right. But with the blame card, it's like kind of pointing fingers at them. It's their fault. They did this. They hurt me. Why did they do this to me? You know what I'm saying? That kind of energy. So you're blocking yourself with that right here. This also, like I said, could be an old trauma as well. Maybe you were always blamed. Maybe you were always picked on for certain things. So it's just like, even when it comes to love, you just kind of feel like a victim. You get what I'm saying with the blame card? So we have the Ace of Swords. That's that truth coming out. Ten of Swords. Next is the Ace of Swords. So breaking free out of a situation. Being honest with yourself now. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Cups. So when it comes to the body situation, it's kind of good because we have the Ace of Swords, okay? This is finding victory in a situation, cutting through something, you know, being truthful and honest in a situation, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, no longer juggling the truth, finding balance in the situation, learning from relationships, learning from your mistakes, right or wrong. And then we have the Ace of Cups, someone able to put their hand out and offer you love. But with the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is you kind of blocked emotionally, kind of feeling rejected, kind of feeling as if love has been unrequited for you. So kind of keeping love at arm's length, not fully opening yourself up to love, not fully offering someone love like the cup. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the trauma you've been through in relationships, okay? So I feel like with the blame card, sometimes when it comes to love and wanting to get into relationships, you're like, oh, you know, I want to find balance. I want to be with someone. You know, I want love. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to be blamed for the relationship, or you don't want to see blame in a situation if it doesn't turn out in your favor, or if things don't work out in your favor. And clarifying that, we have the Page of Cups. Okay? So it's like, I feel like when it comes to love, the Page of Cups, it's like you want to offer someone your love. Okay, but I feel like maybe the people that you've been running into, maybe they've been very childish. Maybe people you run into, you keep clashing with them, or they're kind of difficult. And you're like, okay, I got this cup out. You're like, I want to offer love, I want to give love to someone, but I'm not meeting the right person. And yet that's still you being blocked in the body because you're blaming yourself. You're like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing right? Why am I not finding love? You know, I got my cup out. I'm ready to offer love. But the thing is that you need to still become balanced and find more balance and be honest with yourself about the situations, okay? And maybe not blame yourself for every love situation that you've been in, or maybe not blaming them for the reason why you haven't found love or why love is not around, okay? So we have number 3, where you are blocked out in the home, and we have the Surrender card. So this shows what needs to be resolved or forgiven to create a more love in your home environment, which also brings more love in your relationships as well. So with the Surrender card, I can release my need to control. So I feel like when it comes to the home, you know, you feel like you have to be in control. You feel like you have to run the show, kind of. You know, like everything has to be like kind of like your way or no way. All right, so maybe needed to release yourself from that. Maybe needing to surrender that, okay? Maybe needing to have a different outlook, maybe a different perspective on things when it comes to the home. But this can be other issues, but it relating to love, okay? And with that, we have the Lovers card, your energy Gemini. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. So I feel like when it comes to love situations or relationships, you know, maybe you experienced a third-party situation that really damaged you, that really hurt you. And with the Ace of Wands, it's like you want a new relationship, you want passion, but you're letting the obstacles and the delay, you're letting the obstacles of the situation delay you in love, but it's creating a negative environment for you because you're keeping that energy within the home, within the foundation. So needing to release that energy and bring in a new energy. And with the Lovers card here, and this being your energy, Gemini, I just feel like when it comes to the home environment as well, this is making a new choice in love, okay? Accepting the challenge in love, accepting what has happened, letting that situation go, surrendering, healing, coming out of this heartbreak, okay, opening yourself up to a new beginning, again, not letting negative energy surround the home, and coming into this new relationship where there is chemistry and passion, okay. I feel like also with the Ace of Wands, it's like you're holding on to something, hoping that it'll come back. So with the Ace of Wands being here, it's like you're either waiting for communication, or you just feel like maybe if you wait around, or if you just be patient in this situation, someone is going to come back towards you, or you're going to get what you want out of a situation. And that's still being in control, but in your environment. Because it's like you're not letting things unfold naturally. It's like you're like, oh, this situation is going to come back to me, or this is you still holding on to that situation. And like I said, needing to let this negative energy go within the foundation, within your home, so that you can have a new beginning in love with the Lover's card, and have the relationship that you really want come towards you, okay. But needing to let go of control, needing to not be in control of the situation, all right. But like I said, releasing that negative energy, okay. And clarifying that, we have the Page of Wands, okay. So like I said, it's like you're waiting for messages to come in, and it's like you're waiting for someone to open up to you, but it's causing a lack of direction for you. It's keeping you stuck in this negative energy within the foundation. So with the Page of Wands being here, I feel like, you know, you're a loyal person, very lighthearted, flirtatious, and I feel like you can have this freedom or have a new beginning in love or a relationship if you open yourself up to it. I feel like you're kind of not opening yourself up to it, or with the Page of Wands, you might have dated a few people, but still kind of stuck on this situation, so not fully allowing yourself to meet someone that's going to make you happy, where you do have a connection with them and there is true love there. So kind of keeping yourself blocked and stuck within the home by carrying and holding on to an old energy. Why is the Three of Swords here? Yeah, see, you're holding on to past energy with a soulmate connection. The Five of Swords talks about being defeated or feeling defeated, feeling as if you can't win for losing, okay? Feeling betrayed in love. You feel like you lost more than you gained, and it was in a soulmate connection. And with the Six of Cups, it's like it's really hard for you to let go. I feel like maybe you need to cut the cord to that situation, okay? So free yourself from that situation. Because with the Five of Swords right here, it's also telling me that if you let go, there's going to be someone that's going to come in and value you, okay? With this Lover's card and this Ace of Wands. But again, in your environment, in your home, you're holding on to past energies. Five of Swords, Three of Swords, okay? Still holding on to the past, okay? Now, where you are blocked at within your relationships, you have self-esteem, okay? So this shows you how your perception of romantic love may be creating blockages, okay? So I feel like when it comes to love, you might have some self-esteem issues. So it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I feel like when it comes to love, you may have self-esteem issues, maybe kind of insecure about certain things, maybe feeling as if you're not enough, maybe you feel as if you don't look good enough, you don't have enough to offer. It can be a lot of different things with the self-esteem card, but you're blocking yourself in there. You're blocking yourself with self-esteem within your relationships by being your worst critic, okay? By downing yourself, all right? Or sometimes the self-esteem card can talk about you doing more in a relationship due to you feeling insecure about a situation. So this can be a situation where, like, you know, like you meet somebody and you only know them a week, and you might like take them shopping or do this or do that, or like you do whatever you can to keep their attention, okay? Kind of like buying them. Not saying that's what you do, but that's what self-esteem issues can mean when it's a blockage in love. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this self-esteem card. We have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman. Yeah, so when it comes to love, I feel like, you know, you maybe have a self-esteem issue due to the fact that love has been in and out of your life, or every time you meet someone, you're like, okay, this person is right, they're perfect for me. You know, they kind of sweep you off your feet. You feel like this person is the one, but then they become two-faced, or there's some deception in the relationship. We have the Six of Pentacles, so I see that you give more in the relationships than you receive. Okay, so there's no balance, you know, maybe being with someone that's one-sided. And then we have the Hangman. Okay, so with the Hangman being here, I feel like the people that you meet, they're just in the relationship with you because it's suitable for you or what you can offer or give for them, but it's also causing a self-esteem issue with you, okay, and you're blocked with that, so needing to release that energy as well. And clarifying that, we have the Eight of Swords, okay? So with the Eight of Swords, I feel like maybe because you're vulnerable, okay, when it comes to love, or maybe because you just, you know, want love around you. That's probably why you're in this Eight of Swords energy, but I feel like you're really just holding yourself back, okay? So maybe needed to break free from this, maybe needed to take the blindfolders off and release that cycle, okay? And clarifying the Eight of Swords, we do have the King of Pentacles, okay? So with the King of Pentacles being here, the King of Pentacles is someone that knows how to treat someone, okay? They have a lot to offer, they have a lot to give, all right? They like to wine and dine their people, their relationships, they like to cater to them. And I feel like maybe you need to break free out of that cycle, you know, when it comes to love, because this self-esteem issue, I feel like people are with you for a reason, or they get with you and it's like you invest and you give a lot in the situation, okay? And then you're stuck in the Eight of Swords, okay? But they got what they kind of wanted out of this situation. So again, with the Six of Pentacles, a one-sided situation, no equal balance, okay? So let's go over your romance angel at the bottom. And it says, getting to know each other. So it definitely resonates with this self-esteem card. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I feel like when you get into love situations, maybe you get into them too quickly, or maybe you might offer stuff right away because you do want love and you don't want to feel as if the love is going to escape or it's not going to be there anymore. So I feel like maybe when it comes to relationships, you probably really need to get to know that person. And we have the King of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands here, okay? So I feel like with this energy, it's saying King of Cups, very generous with your feelings, okay? Someone that falls in love easily, you know, very generous. And then it's like with the Two of Swords, it's like you get blocked emotionally, you get stuck in this stalemate, then you're the one hurt for giving too much into a situation. And then we have the Queen of Wands here. Even though it's coming up in a feminine energy, I feel like this is you needing to be a little bit more confident, okay? Needing to stay strong, very ambitious, very passionate about what it is you want, and getting to know someone rather than just putting your emotions and stuff right away, and then you being stuck in that stalemate, or you being stuck, blocked emotionally, okay? And then clarifying this, we have the Hierophant, because you want commitment, okay? So keeping yourself stuck in situations due to the fact that you want a commitment. But we have the Queen of Swords here. It's like you want a commitment, but it's time for you to think clearly, balance out your head and heart, cut out what no longer serves you, you know, look at all the facts in the situation, you know, weigh out the pros and cons when it comes to love or situations. But this is also your energy, even though it's coming up as a feminine energy again, okay? So when it comes to commitments, like, why settle if this is not what you really want, you know? Or don't open your emotions and feelings up so easily, and in the long run, this is you hurt, this is you feeling emotional, this is you kind of upset, you know, maybe getting sharp with your tongue, with your words, you know, with the Hierophant, due to the fact that the commitment didn't work out, so feeling like you got taken advantage of in a situation, okay? Oh, sorry. All right, so when it comes to your blockage, when it comes to your career or work, we have the Doubt card, okay? So far as where you're blocked at in career, this shows you how you may be sabotaging your career, or maybe not into your as happy as you want to be in your career. I'm sorry. So you could be sabotaging your career, or you can be very much in love with your career, maybe not taking it serious. It kind of depends. But with the Doubt card, it says, I release the need to know all the answers. So I feel like when it comes to the Doubt card of your career, I feel like maybe you have a job that, you know, I feel like it's just a job, you know, like it might make good money. Some days you love it, some days you don't, you know. And it's like with the Doubt card, it's like when it says I release the needs to know all the answers, it's like you don't kind of question the situation sometimes. You're like, okay, I have this job, I don't really like it, but I'm here. But I feel like you don't go further into it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with the Doubt card, there's other options, or, you know, there's probably other things you want to do as far as your career, but maybe this kind of staying stuck in a situation, or maybe this in a situation that you've been in for a long time. So maybe you've been in this job for a really long time. I feel like this is like a 50-50 energy, where like you love your job, but then it's just like, I'm not going to say you hate your job, but you would either want more from the job or you just want a better job overall, I feel like. And with the doubt card, we have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the Chariot. So it's like when it comes to work, you do want something that you're going to be in love with. Okay, with the 9 of Wands, I feel like when it comes to work, maybe you needed to overcome some obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you went through a lot of obstacles in work. And now with the 9 of Wands, it's like you finally fought those obstacles, or you're going through this energy where you're about to fight the obstacles, and then there's going to be victory and success moving forward in your career. And then we have the 2 of Cups, you know, that job or that position that you really love, something that you really been waiting for. Okay, but I feel like it's coming once you release that energy. So that's good, because like when it comes to career in your home, it's like if you're not happy in your home and you're not happy in your career, it's like when it comes to love, it's like, where are you going to find happiness? Okay, just like with love, like when you're in love or when you're in a relationship and you really love someone, it's like you're different at work, you're different at home, you're different with your family, your friends, everybody, because love is around you. So clarifying that, we have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like maybe in the past or now, you feel like your ships aren't coming in. You kind of feel blocked. Okay, you feel like you can't say or do the right thing. You feel like you can't compromise when it comes to work or jobs. But I do see victory and success in something that you love and moving forward. You know, having that position, having what you really want. I feel like you came out of the 5 of Pentacles energy, okay? Where maybe you had took a loss. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Paul. The baby keeps getting up. Well, he's next to me, but he keeps making noise. I'm sorry. I feel like this video is so ghetto. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So with the 5 of Pentacles, I feel like this is probably where you were for a while, and maybe now shifting into something where there's victory and success, or this is what's coming to you. The 5 of Pentacles is just letting me know that maybe when you ended that relationship in the past, it could have affected your finances, it could have affected you with work, or just in general, you know, it took a hard time for you to get things off the ground and, you know, come out of struggling and stuff like that. So now I just see with the 3 of Wands, like, you know, growth, expansion, success, a new beginning, a new outlook. I don't know if you just traveled or moved to wherever you are, or maybe you're thinking about traveling or moving, because we have the Chariot and we have the 3 of Wands. That's about traveling or moving. So there can be a lot of success and growth if you were to relocate as well. But it could be where you're at now. But I see you coming out of this blockage, definitely. And then your overall energy was adversity. And it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So like I told you, not learning from your challenges, you know, repeating that cycle, putting yourself back in that cycle over and over again. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, and we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so just not looking at things from a different point of view, okay, when it comes to challenges. All right, I feel like maybe you just walked away or walked out of challenges. Or this is what people have done to you within challenges when it comes to your relationships. And by doing that, it's like with the Judgment card, them really running away from their feelings, or you may be running away from your true feelings in the situation. And then we have the 4 of Cups, okay? This feeling rejected, kind of feeling lost, and just repeating the cycle over and over again, because like I said, the adversity card talks about learning from your challenges but getting yourself back in a situation. So this can be a situation where when it comes to love, you know, you might have taken someone back over and over and over again, and they might have done the same thing to you over and over again, and not learning the mistake, the challenge that you went through with them, and needing to move on, 6 of Swords, and release the baggage. But hard for you to move on, okay? And then we have the Death card, okay? So you could have been dealing with a Scorpio, but if not, then it's saying that it's time for you to just move on from the old and come into something new. So it's time for a rebirth or a transformation. It's time for something new. I definitely feel like this is resonating with a relationship that has kept you blocked in all areas of your life. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. So the Magician is Gemini and Virgo energy automatically. So it's like you have all the tools, you're just not using them, you're not stepping into your power. The first card we have was a King of Swords in your mind, so needing to use all the tools you have to manifest or to have whatever you want, okay? And under that we have the 5 of Wands, okay? Competing for love, that, and I'm not going to say that wasn't worth manifesting, but with the 5 of Wands, it's like you were manifesting something that needed to majorly change in your life that was not going to, you know, grow or be, how can I say it? It wasn't going to be the relationship that you really wanted. and desired. I feel like you think it is with the Five of Wands, but I feel like if you were to manifest and this person was to come back Five of Wands, there would still be competition. You know what I'm saying? You'll still be fighting, arguing, you know, trying to resolve issues and conflict. And then with the Page of Pentacles, it's like saying that it's time for you to wake up to that situation, okay, and make the effort into building or starting a foundation with somebody else. And then we have the Sun and we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so that's just telling me that I do see happiness in a relationship coming towards you. You could be meeting a Leo with the Sun card, but if not, you know, I do see you meeting the person in your dreams where you're going to be really happy, okay, after you come out of this situation with this Five of Wands and accept this major change and listen to your intuition, High Priestess, and start a new beginning. The Fool card, and under that we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so things finally turning into your favor with the Wheel of Fortune energy here. And I flip the deck over and I clarify it. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so being comfortable within yourself, being independent within yourself, you know, seeking someone, I'm not going to say not being desperate, but, you know, waiting for that right person. And as you do, you're going to get what you really want out of it. That new beginning, that Ace of Pentacles, where there is going to be a commitment, okay, offered to you. Okay, so are you offering to someone else? All right, so we have the Three Whispers of Love oracles, and I'm going to flip them over. And we have Get to Know Each Other. And look, that's so funny, because look, I told you they always usually resonate with each other. Get to know each other. So it says learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So you see how happy they are. I feel like this is a situation where it's time for someone to get to meet your needs and really fully understand you and know what it is that you want and what you like, and somebody finally putting energy and effort into you, into a love relationship. And then we have Focus on Love. Okay, and it says look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. All right, so it's saying even through the struggles or through the pain or the situations in love, it's time for you to focus on the good attributes. Number 24, number 6 in the tarot, that's the Lover's card, Gemini energy. Okay, and then we have number 18, and it says embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Okay, and this is saying like if you're hurt in love, or when you're feeling down in love, you know, don't put yourself down. Don't judge yourself. Like I told you in your reading, don't be your own worst critic. Okay, still embrace yourself, still have those feelings and those emotions, still be happy. Don't let how someone else has treated you or what they say make you feel a certain type of way. All right, so that is your blockage reading. Again, sorry it was kind of ghetto because Connor is up and active and running around. Alrighty, if you want to do follow-up questions, it comes with 2 questions. It's $10. I will leave the link in my email. If not, I hope to talk to you again soon, and I hope you had a beautiful birthday. Bye, Paul.